আসসালামু আলাইকুম। আপনাদের সবাইকে স্বাগতম মাই ক্যারিয়ার মাই ফিউচার প্রোগ্রামে। আপনারা সবাই জানেন এই প্রোগ্রামটা আমরা করে এসেছি আপনাদের সবার জন্য। যারা এখনও ক্যারিয়ার শুরু করেন নাই অথবা ক্যারিয়ার শুরু করেছেন এবং চিন্তা করছেন ক্যারিয়ারটাকে কোথায় কিভাবে নিয়ে যাবেন, কিভাবে আপনার স্বপ্নের সেই পজিশনে আপনি যেতে পারেন। আমরা এমনও গেস্ট এখানে নিয়ে এসেছি যারা দেশের এবং বিদেশে বিভিন্ন মাল্টিন্যাশনাল কোম্পানিতে সুনামের সাথে দীর্ঘদিন কাজ করছে। আপনারা দেখেছেন আমরা অ্যাপল থেকে নিয়ে এসেছি, ঠিক তদ্রূপ আপনারা দেখেছেন বাংলাদেশে কাজ করে বিদেশি নাগরিক, তাদেরকেও নিয়ে এসেছি। কেন? এতটুকু জানবার এবং বুঝবার জন্য কিভাবে সম্ভব একটি মানুষের পক্ষে কেরিয়ারের সর্বোচ্চ শিখরে আরোহণ করবার জন্য, এবং যেন আমরা সেখান থেকে একটু হলেও জানতে পারি, বুঝতে পারি। এরই ধারাবাহিকতায় আমরা আজকে এমন একজন অতিথিকে আপনাদের সাথে পরিচয় করে দিব, যিনি দীর্ঘদিন সুনামের সাথে কাজ তো অবশ্যই করছেন, একই সাথে বিদেশি কোম্পানি অর্থাৎ মাল্টিন্যাশনাল কোম্পানিতে বিভিন্ন দেশের উনি প্রতিনিধিত্ব করছেন বাংলাদেশে থেকে। উনি আর কেউ নন, AKM মাহমুদুল হক তাজ ভাই, আমরা যাকে চিনি। উনি এখন আছেন রিজিওনাল HR ম্যানেজার সাউথ এশিয়া আফ্রিকা অ্যাট LeeWrangler Asia Ltd, কন্টোর ব্র্যান্ডস। আপনারা সবাই জানেন তাই না, লি এবং র্যাংলার ওয়ার্ল্ড ফেমাস কোম্পানি। আসুন জেনে নিই AKM মাহমুদুল হক তাজ কিভাবে ওনার কেরিয়ার শুরু করেছেন এবং আজকে উনি বাংলাদেশি হয়ে এরকম একটা কোম্পানিতে এশিয়া এবং আফ্রিকা রিজনের দায়িত্ব পালন করছেন। প্লিজ হেল্প মি টু ওয়েলকাম AKM মাহমুদুল হক তাজ। তাজ ভাই কেমন আছেন?
ভালো আছি আলহামদুলিল্লাহ, আপনি কেমন আছেন?
খুব ভালো আছি। আপনার সাথে কথা বলবো, অবশ্যই খুবই এক্সাইটেড এবং আপনার সম্পর্কে জানবো, আপনার কেরিয়ার সম্পর্কে জানবো। কিভাবে আপনি আজকে এই যে LeeWrangler Asia Ltd এরকম একটি বিশ্ববিখ্যাত কোম্পানিতে আপনি রিজিওনাল HR ম্যানেজার, এবং সেখানে আপনি সাউথ এশিয়া এবং আফ্রিকা এন্টায়ার মহাদেশকে আপনি সামাল দিচ্ছেন বাংলাদেশ থেকে। সে এই জার্নিটা আপনার কোথা থেকে শুরু হলো, কিভাবে শুরু করলেন এবং কিভাবে আপনি এই পর্যন্ত আসতে পারলেন, আমরা প্রতিটা বিষয় আমরা জানতে চাইবো আপনার থেকে, কারণ আমাদেরকে শুনছেন আজকে তরুণ প্রজন্ম।
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Kamrul bhai, for inviting me. It is really amazing. আপনার সাথে কথা বলা, all the time we get recharge when we talk to you because you are doing great job in terms of people's soft skill development. So আসলে career is something that যেটা স্বপ্ন, যেটা সবসময় যে কোনো এমপ্লয়ি স্বপ্ন দেখতে পছন্দ করে। সো আমিও তার ব্যতিক্রম নই। তো যখন আমি ক্যারিয়ার শুরু করেছিলাম 2001 সালে 2001 4th April. So since then I had a plan where I was to grow. কোথায় যাব, আমি কি করব, কিভাবে আমি আমাকে দেখতে চাই। So that was a dream to work beyond country because I joined in a multinational company. I have seen so many foreigners are coming to our company and started, leading us, sitting from abroad or even in our country. So that actually gave me a big punch in our mind, that
right.
Why can't I, right? What's the difference between us?
Why can't I, right? So
why
this
can't
is the
I?
big inspiration.
Exactly. So how I cannot be there? So that was in my mind always, and I thought, how can we go there?
Right.
So I'm really fortunate because I had some great leaders that those really helped me all across my journey, and since then actually I didn't take my rest until I reached beyond the country.
Right. So let us unpack, right, this 19 years of journey. We will try to, disclose and dissect pieces by pieces. How was the journey? What challenges you have faced and how did you overcome? Apna tinta bhage, let's talk about it.
Okay.
How was the journey from the very first day you have entered into an organization and you had the, yes, I want to be this, I want to be there, I want to replace you. Something like this.
Right. So my first interview, it was kind of dramatic. So one of my friend insisted me to go to an interview, and they were looking for human resource department, some human resource officer. I'm basically a marketer. I graduated from the marketing department. I completed my BBA, and then my friend was telling me, "Hey, there is a HR executive opening. Why don't you go and apply?" So I told that I'm a marketer. I don't want to be a HR.
Right? Marketing
so
guy.
I'm
Why
a marketing
HR?
guy. What you're talking? Because I like branding. I like market. I like customer. He told that you go and meet first and then see what can you explore. So I liked that idea. Then I went and I got the job. So somehow they liked me, a marketer in a HR department. So that was...
So somebody actually, forced you to think beyond your traditional way of maybe your known territory, right?
Correct.
Isn't it?
Correct. So that...
That's how you began.
That's how I began. And then my first boss, who was interviewing me, he started telling me that, why don't you join in HR department? Because whatever you learn in marketing department, education, you can apply in HR department as well. Why don't you take a week time and do some comparison?
What was that company name?
So that was a Canpark.
Canpark.
Right.
One
Canpark,
of the largest.
one of the world-renowned manufacturer in apparel. So the CEO of that company was telling me that, why don't you take a week homework and try to do some comparison apple to apple.
Right.
What HR does and what
marketer
does.
Fantastic.
So if you see about 50% of matching that you can apply, so then I think your personality goes with HR. So I was thinking, why this gentleman is telling like that, right? So I took that challenge, and
maybe he has seen something within you.
Yeah, definitely. Though I was fresh graduate, I didn't know anything. I didn't have any idea about HR. So I started thinking. So then I really did that comparison. So those days internet was really not available. So I had to go to the cyber cafe.
Right.
And then do the googling and then find out that HR materials, floppy disks were there those days.
Yeah.
So you have to save 2-3 floppy disks so that
256 MB.
Exactly. So I took those, and then I took my home, and then I started searching. I found amazingly that there are a lot of activities that I can apply. Right. So I have a customer. I learn customer. I have a customer also in HR department. All the employees are my customers. Right. I have my policies. Those I can consider as a product.
Right.
I can sell them rather than apply. Right. Yeah. I can introduce rather than introduce. I can sell my products to my customers. Right. So I found amazing connection. Then it clicked me, and then I immediately take my decision that no, I have to be an HR person and apply a different sort of thoughts to the HR, so that it can give a amazing blend, and people can see me a different HR person, not like a traditional HR person.
So on that time, can I ask you, আপনার কি একটু ভয় লাগছিল ওই সময় আসলে কেমন হবে এইচআর এর ক্যারিয়ার বা কি হতে পারে?
সি আমি খুব এক্সপেরিমেন্ট পছন্দ করি. I like challenge. So it's not that telling you, but I focused that this can be a different thing. And HR, by the way, that those days were not that available. Resource persons was not there.
Right.
It was personal department. It was just transferring the title from admin department to HR department. Companies just started changing the name, but not the people.
Right.
So the people were those admin and personal department. So I sensed that time that if I can apply differently, I can be in the front side in a different way.
Right. Yeah.
So that actually helped me to take the call.
Fantastic. So you have started your journey in the HR department, right?
Yeah.
And just the beginning.
Yeah.
So how did you overcome the challenges over the years? লাস্ট 19 ইয়ার্স আই এম শিওর যে এই জার্নিটা কোনোভাবেই মসৃণ ছিল না, ধরে নেওয়া যায় যেতে পারে, হয়তো বা আপস অ্যান্ড ডাউনস, চ্যালেঞ্জেস, দ্য ডিফিকাল্টিজ। ক্যান ইউ প্লিজ আনপ্ল্যাক? বিকজ আমরা অনেকেই মনে করি যে অফিসে জব করব, আমরা অনেকেই মনে করি বাইরে কাজ করব না, বাইরে কাজ করলেই মনে হয় যত ডিফিকাল্টিস থাকে। বাট উই ওয়ান্ট টু নো you have begun your career in a desk job, which is HR, right? A lot of us today, why I want to discuss about it, a lot of us, we want to actually do office job. And they think there is no challenge in the office job.
Actually, see, the time I graduated, all my friends used to go to the multinational different industries. For example, telecom or bank. Telecom was started booming. Bank was giving really a great number of salaries, etc. No one was focusing apparel. Not even that time, this day also.
Right. Not in the first frontline
Yeah,
focus.
frontline. Nobody was
মানে
to
career
work. কেউ apparel যেতে চায় না. That was another selling part of myself, that no one is focusing here. But if I am there, I can do different. People can see a different person, which
Right.
if I apply in telco, the same thing I can apply here, so which can give a faster result than that telecom, because nobody is focusing this side.
Right.
So
Untapped
that was
potential.
Exactly. So I found that potential as an industry, and it was not easy. Working in apparel factory, manufacturing place, it was not easy. Dealing with the workers, staffs, there was expatriates working. So handling everything, start morning 7 a.m. to 8 or 9 those days. So it's not easy. So I had to learn all these things. I had to read when I go at home, what about HR, and then apply the next day.
Wow.
Right? So those are really, challenging, but I had a mission. I had a mission that within 10 years' time, I have to achieve something.
Right.
I had a mission that within, I will work, I will be in a doable role in maximum 5 years' time.
Okay.
So more than 5 years, after 5 years, I will not be in a doable role. I have to be in managing role. So I really don't have time. So I started watching every corner, every piece of work that I could grab. So I was grabbing here and there all the time.
Okay.
Once it happened that people were coming to me for every aspects. So whoever was
For a
asking solution,
right.
they were just coming to
Okay.
me as a one-stop service kind of thing.
Right.
So that really helped me to.
Why was that? Why people thought that no, you can give them the? There must be a point of confidence, or they thought that this gentleman have something to offer, maybe.
That's a customer focused, because I learned customer, right? I studied customer. So I studied even external customer but these customers are internal. It was very easy for me to understand their behaviors, studied them about who are they, and I'm dealing them repeatedly, right? So that helped me to serve them in a better way. Maybe, maximum time, it's not that I was giving them solution.
Right.
But attending them, listening them carefully, helped me a lot. So I was not skipping out from the problem, rather than encounter problem and then be with those problems, because I had a mission. I told you, I will do the doable job 5 years maximum. So after 5 years, I should not see me in a doable role. I should start managing role. So I had that plan, and then I was forcing myself to every difficult situation, whatever was there, wherever it is in the related to people. I forced me to be there, and I got involved, and I became stronger and stronger on that side.
Fantastic. So now that we know that you are actually serving South Asia and Africa,
Right.
this is a large, multinational company. So how the experience of managing two different continents? So what it takes actually to manage this large continent, Asia Southeast Asia, South Asia, and Africa.
Okay, so that was from the beginning, because my wish was to work beyond the country. Why can't I handle different countries,
Right.
where the other foreign colleagues, my foreign colleagues were used to do that. So that helped me to do that. So I started research. What are the competencies? How they hire a regional position role? So what are the expectations from the candidates? What type of skill they look for? So then I started acquiring them. I started reading my all seniors, bosses. I used to keep talking to them. I was behind them, and then I started acquiring those competencies. So
that was your own curiosity, right?
Absolutely.
To know about
Absolutely.
this, requirement and what it takes.
Yeah, because I did some research, and I did some simple research, like Googling how in the rest of the world hire a regional manager. What are the competencies they need? So I 5 or 10 job advertisement I put in front of me, and then I started searching the most common thing what they asked for. So then I started finding that what I have and what I don't.
Skill gap,
right? What I used to do for my colleagues, SWOT analysis,
kind of.
I did for myself, and then I started acquiring them, reading books and taking various trainings. And
did you get mentorship or coached by somebody, to skill up?
Actually, all my leaders were my mentor as coach. I used to follow them, because I always try to learn one part, how who is best in what part.
Okay.
Somebody used to take a decision amazingly. Right. How that person take that decision. Someone is amazing communicator. So I'm not telling communication is English. How they communicate, connect with people,
right.
How people are amazingly listen them and start following right after the communication. So I used to follow all these things, and as I mentioned, I was on a schedule, my dream and schedule, that 5 years is the doing thing, and that
doable jobs.
I didn't compromise there. So these actually pushed me to grab those competencies. And once I got the opportunity at VF Corporation,
right.
I was hired there for the HR manager for Bangladesh, and then it was in 2010. Then at that time I suddenly got an opportunity to handle Pakistan. So that was the beginning of
understanding international markets and dynamics.
Right.
So what are the differences, between handling the local market employees versus the international employees, since we see that you are handling now South Asia and Africa? So let's talk about the dynamics of the human behavior in terms of skills that we need to actually acquire if anybody wants to aspire, to become an international, career, to pursue international career. So তাদের জন্য যদি বলেন যে আসলে what it takes.
Basically, I always focus on competencies, right? So if you ask me what competency you are applying, or when I'm dealing beyond different countries, it's the cultural diversity.
Cultural diversity.
Absolutely. So because they are different nationalities. So when I deal India, when I deal Pakistan or Kenya, so my strength part is I'm very flexible, and I can switch myself immediately. So when an Indian colleagues in the India office talks with me, they feel I'm an Indian. When immediate after second half, if I talk with the Kenya colleague, they feel I'm a Kenyan.
You are his brother,
right? So they feel very comfortable. They download everything what they have inside, and this amazing. So understanding people. And as I mentioned, I'm a marketer, so I understand customer very well. So all of them are my customer, internal customer, right? So it is very easy for me to understand, because they are our employees. So internal customer, you can easily understand, you can read them. So cultural diversity is a big part, and also
So where do you want to put this cultural diversity? What kind of skill it is? Because a lot of us, we may not heard about this term. What is the cultural diversity? That is what is the different culture actually brings? Different culture has different characteristics. Different culture has different specific requirement or values, right? And so let's talk about, the importance of, you think this is one of the skill set that actually helped you.
Yeah, so one of the competencies. It's not that only competencies.
Not,
so one of the competencies, because when you meet different cultural people, so each country has different culture.
Right.
Each country have different beliefs.
Right.
The people, our South Asian countries, the people are thinking ability, looking ability are not similar as African side.
Right. Yeah.
So you need to study a lot about the culture of the people, about how they think, how they solve, how they study, right? How they talk. So something is very easy to me, but same thing is not easy to the other nation.
Yeah. True.
So you should understand that. You should have, first of all, be able to shift your paradigm. You should not be stick on your own judgment or own decision, and you should not just tell that, hey, just do it, this is our practice and what you're talking, right? So no, you should understand people, you should listen people, you should understand their thinking point of view. So all these things here really help to understand them and then act with them in a different way. Beside, of course, the communication is a big part. How you will communicate to them. Again, you need a diversity there,
right?
because some country is, if you say something, they will understand. Some countries are not, so they will try to understand more detail. So they will try. Some people are very detail oriented. Some people are very short and sweet. So you really need to understand. Actually, this is not that beyond the country. Even within the country also, in your organization, you will see there are different mindset of people.
Right. Yeah.
So you need to apply these competencies to be successful.
Right. So this can be developed. This is the soft skill, right? So those of you who are actually, listening this, this is actually one of the soft skill, what I understand. And I'm sure, because you see, how you develop this skill set, you got to map yourself where you are. This is one. And also where you want to be, where you want to reach. So what it takes, what is the requirement for that particular position. In your case, cultural diversity, the communication skill, understanding the people, behavior. So those are the, very important skill set, in today's world, which is very important. And often we heard about emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
So how we think, why we think that, and what we think, what is the rationale behind it?
See, dealing people, today it doesn't matter which industry or which discipline you are working in. You are a finance person, you are a salesperson, you are a marketer, you are HR, whoever you are, you should deal people.
Right. Yeah.
Right. So when you are dealing people are not robot, right? They are human. They have emotions. Different people have different type of emotions. You cannot ignore, because you need to be within them. You need to move within them. If you are a leader, you need to achieve goal, and it's not you alone.
Right. Yeah.
So how can you ignore people's emotion? So you should have that emotional intelligence, and you should understand those, and you should have that respect. You should have that patience to bear with. Otherwise, you just cannot ignore, and those days gone. Just, hey, this is what it is. Just do it. No, people will not listen to you.
So in this type of position in today's world, so how much do you think? We can actually give the value in terms of weight for having this kind of skill, the soft skill, the cultural intelligence, emotional intelligence, people management, problem solving skills, team management, because these are not the hard skills, right?
Yeah.
What you talked about, managing this international landscape, managing different aspect of human behavior. Can I ask you, how much of these skills is actually the soft skill which is needed for this kind of position, roughly in terms of percentage?
I would say 70 to 80%.
70 to 80%.
Yeah.
Even though it is a very interesting fact, this is a manufacturing company and garment manufacturing company, but the soft skill plays 70% role for how you get the promotions, right, and all of this.
Yeah. So in today's world, I was following Facebook and I was watching one survey recently that Harvard University survey.
Yeah.
It was saying that 85% in the world, the successful people, secret behind the success are 85% for soft skill.
Absolutely.
And only 15% are for the hard skill, and those are very specialized hard skills. So without soft skill, without competencies, you are half. You are 50%. So
50% gone.
Yeah. So I mean, for example, you are a salesperson, or you are a
engineer,
finance engineer,
right? Finance guy, or
for example, let's take an engineer. We think engineer is a technical. Of course, it's a technical role. You need a engineering skill, subject matter expert on it. But how you will sell your idea? When you
apply
your thoughts,
skills.
Yeah.
Even.
So before you start your skill, you need to explain it, right? You need a customer. You are not alone. That right. You will apply your engineering skill over there. So you need to explain that. You need to talk to the people. People should buy your idea. And why you are not the only engineer in the world, right? Why people will believe you. So everywhere soft skill is needed. And after a certain time, it is a 50%. So you are not a technical person forever in your entire career. You will not retire with the technical people only. You will manage people. You will manage your customer. So when you will start managing, it doesn't matter your title. So when you start managing people directly or indirectly, so you have to have soft skill within you.
Right.
Otherwise, you cannot be successful. So you need a communication. You need, as you mentioned, decision making. You need to understand people's emotion. You should have that team understanding. So adaptability. All these things are matters. And then if you don't have all these things, today you are 50% because you will achieve your goal. But how you are going to achieve your goal are soft skill.
Soft skill. আমরা জেনেছি ওনার দীর্ঘদিনের ক্যারিয়ার সম্পর্কে, আমরা জানতে পেরেছি what it takes to establish an international career and what it takes in terms of the qualifications and also the skills for today. Now we will talk about for the youths of Bangladesh. আমার একটা জানার বিষয় যে বাংলাদেশে right now we have the 70% who are youth population.
Right.
And you also know that in terms of getting this demographic dividend, how we can take this dividend. I think we have next 10-12 years of time, and this is the golden period of time for Bangladesh. How the youths are actually going towards the career, be it business, be it career. So what you want to tell them in terms of how they can prepare themselves to face tomorrow, to be into the corporate or in the business, the skill sets that it needs for today and tomorrow. আপনি কিভাবে তাদেরকে বলতে চান আসলে তাদের ক্যারিয়ারের জন্য তারা কিভাবে এখন থেকে নিজেকে প্রিপেয়ার করতে পারে?
রাইট। সো বেসিক্যালি আমি যেটা বলতে চাই, সব সময় আমি সেটা বলে থাকি about the soft skill. So soft skill means when you are studying in university, or you are about to graduate, or you just graduated. Searching for the job, or you are entering to the job market. So soft skill is the key part that are really needed, and this is the thing we are having shortfall in the market. So you see the university, I don't know how long they get the chance to learn soft skills and apply. So when we these days it is coming in.
Right.
When I'm interviewing these days people, I can see the changes. This is a great thing that young stars already started realizing. You see how many foreigners are working in our country, right? I mean, why they are in our country? So I don't see in a negative way because they are helping us. They are transforming their knowledges. But it is our responsibility to grab those and then take it forward and take the lead, because they will not be here forever.
Correct.
Right? So who is going to take them? So all the future leaders.
It is our responsibility
Yes.
to develop ourselves and also replace them and to be as efficient and effective as them.
Correct. So we can head in any country, or even we can be the leader for any international global organizations, and there are many examples such. So please focus on your soft skills, because you have skill set for your subject matter. So if you are accountant or sales or finance, you are learning something from there, you are graduating from there, but what is missing is soft skill. So competency. So it's not only I always say title competency. So for example, communication or decision making. If you ask people will know, yeah, I know communication, I know decision making. But basically this is not the competency. Competency is some sort of behavior that you need to demonstrate. So when I'm saying behavior, that means you should have those within you. And without a checklist, you should be able to act.
Right.
You should not have any reminder to apply your behaviors.
Right.
Because, so for example, you shake hand with the right hand, right? So is anybody reminding you, hey, put the right hand?
No, nobody. Yeah.
Because it's your behavior, it's your habit.
Right.
So competency is such. If you are saying I am a proficient in communication or decision making, that means you don't need a reminder to act some sort of behavior for those competencies.
Right.
So this is what I'm reminding everybody. Please learn those behaviors and apply in your day-to-day work. Without application, it will remain within you.
Right.
It will be stronger and stronger and stronger. So apply all the time so that it will become your habit and you don't need a reminder. So you will be a different person than others. So this is what only difference we have between us and a foreigner. So that's why they are in a leadership role in the age of 40 or 45. They are holding a director or vice president globally, and you and I cannot. So
some of us are still looking forward to have maybe a government job until the age of 35 even, just to begin. And by this time, some of the European or Western people, they reach maybe the top of their career.
Yeah, they are director or vice president for great Fortune 500 companies. So how they can do this? Only difference is competencies. So these competencies, soft skills, are the key that you and I need to acquire and apply. So without that, and that has to be in a focused way. So without focus, you cannot. You need to count every day. I mean, when you are graduating, and then after that, every day counts.
Right. Yeah.
So as an example, I know today how many days I'm working.
Yeah.
So it's a 6,888 days. Every day morning when I get in and sit on my desk, I count how many days I'm working today. So that gives me a bigger picture. Just imagine 6,888 days I worked rather than saying 18 years, 10 months.
Yeah.
Right. So I can see a bigger picture and I can see myself differently that how strong I am in my role. It's very important for you to understand how strong you are. It's not that people will say, first you need to say how strong you are. And you need to believe it that you are really strong.
Right. Yeah.
Right? If you don't believe that you are strong, people will not believe you.
Yeah.
What you are saying, why your customer will take, how people will follow you, because you are not believing you.
Right.
So these are key part that fresh graduates, please focus, think differently. You can do business, you can do job, absolutely fine, but without competency you cannot be successful.
Wonderful. So, one thing is how to develop these competencies, as you said, developing the habits so that habit can build us. And while developing habit, as you said, that it needs repetition, again and again, again and again, we have to do that. And for creating this repetitive behavior, you know what it takes? Focus. That's what you
Absolutely.
said. Because আমাদের আজকে যেটা হয় যে আমাদের আজকে এত বেশি ডিস্ট্রাকশন, এত বেশি হাতছানি, এত বেশি প্রলোভন, এত বেশি লোভ, এত বেশি অফার, এত বেশি পিং পং সাউন্ড, এত বেশি নয়েজ, ইটস ভেরি ইজি টু লুজ ফোকাস and it's very easy to dilute. So this, in today's world, this is one of the key requirement to be maniacal focus. And once you have that, I can guarantee that nobody can beat you. Nobody would be able to stop you because of your laser focus. You can build any skill set if you want, and if you believe in yourself. That's what you are talking about.
Absolutely.
I want to bring another idea on top of that. আজকে আমরা যেটা দেখি অনেকের আমাদের স্কিল সেট আছে. I want to bring the importance of value, the importance of principles, importance of ethics.
Right.
Let's talk about, for this youth and young generation, the importance of ethics and values. আমি জীবনে অনেক টাকা অর্জন করলাম, অনেক পজিশন পেলাম, but if I don't have values, if I don't have ethics and integrity, how it looks.
You just took my words actually. That was my second thing that I about to tell. So yes, see, competency, soft skill is one part. Values is another part. This also a soft skill kind of thing, but this should be also a built-in. First, whatever position you are holding, either you are fresh starting career or you are a CEO, values is something is a mandatory thing that to be each and every people should have. As you mentioned, ethics. If people don't have ethics, if you are even champion in any aspect, people will not take you. People will not, listen you. People will not respect you.
Yeah.
So, values are a big part. In many ways, we can see people are compromising about their integrity or ethics. Mm-hmm. So, again, this is an important thing. You need to achieve your goal. You need to achieve your target, what you are dreaming in now. But how you are achieving those targets are equally important.
True. How?
So how part?
Right.
So you cannot compromise with the ethics. You should not compromise with the ethics. If you really want to be an example to others, if you really want to achieve your goal target, you without integrity you cannot. One thing sometimes I always observe when there is a common habit. Ethics, I'm telling you. Or telling whoever watching, it is for me to telling and for others to follow. When that comes to me, I get shortcut. I try to find how can I escape it. Simple way, traffic, right? Traffic rules. So we always tell we need to comply, we need to follow the traffic rules. When it comes to me, if I get chance, I'm overtaking. I'm violating the rules. Yeah. For example, if I see the any rules I'm applying or I'm writing for others, so it is for others. When it comes to me, I'm taking shortcut. So ethics is for me, not for others.
Yeah.
So we need to follow our own ethics. So this is really another important beside soft skill. About the competencies like communication, decision makings, etc. At the same time, you should have your own values so that people can see you as a meaningful person, a purposeful person.
Right, yeah. It's very essential. আমি যেটা মনে করি যে আজকের বর্তমান বিশ্বের প্রেক্ষাপটে আমাদের সবচেয়ে বেশি দরকার ভ্যালু ড্রিভেন লিডারশিপ। আমার যেটা মনে হয় যে পার্সোনালি যদি আমার যদি ভ্যালিউস থাকে, আমার যদি এথিক্স, ইন্টিগ্রিটি অ্যান্ড সিনসিয়ারিটি থাকে, আমি যদি সিনসিয়ার, ডেডিকেটেড অ্যান্ড অনেস্ট হই, তাহলে আমি আমার জীবনের মঞ্জিল, মাকসাদে অবশ্যই পৌঁছাতে পারবো। হোয়াট ইফ আমার যদি এথিক্স ইন্টিগ্রিটি না থাকে, এথিক্স ইন্টিগ্রিটি যদি আমার ভিতরে না থাকে, আর আমি যদি স্কিল্ড হই, তাহলে যে ডেঞ্জারটা তৈরি হয়, ইম্যাজিন দ্যাট রাস্তায় যে পিক পকেট করে, রাইট, ভার্সেস যে ব্যক্তি একটা বড়সড় অপকর্ম করে, ডাকাতি করে, বা বড়সড় একটা ক্রাইম তৈরি করে। এই দুজনের ভিতরে একজন কিন্তু হাই স্কিল্ড, যে ব্যক্তি ধরেন ব্যাংকে ডাকাতি করতেছে অথবা আরো বড় কিছু করতেছে, সে কিন্তু ভেরি স্কিল্ড, একটু খেয়াল করে দেখেন। ভার্সেস যে ব্যক্তি স্ট্রিটে ছিনতাই করছে, তার কিন্তু স্কিল সেটটা কম। সো ডেঞ্জার হলো আমি যদি হাই স্কিল্ড থাকি, আর আমার যদি এথিক্স, ইন্টিগ্রিটি আমার যদি জিরো থাকে, তাহলে কিন্তু দিস ইজ ভেরি ডেঞ্জারাস ফর দ্য সোসাইটি। ভার্সেস যার লো স্কিল অ্যান্ড লো এথিক্স, রাইট, অর এথিক্সলেস বাট লো স্কিল, সে কিন্তু আমাদের জন্য একটু কম ডেঞ্জারাস। আজকে দুনিয়াতে আমার যেটা মনে হয়, এটা সবচেয়ে বেশি অভাব। আমাদের লিডারদের কোনো অভাব, আমাদের লিডারশিপের কোনো অভাব নেই, কিন্তু আমার যেটা মনে হয় পার্সোনালি, এই লিডারশিপের অলংকার হতে পারে এথিক্স অ্যান্ড ভ্যালুজ অ্যান্ড ইন্টিগ্রিটি অ্যান্ড কমিটমেন্ট টু দ্য সোসাইটি। তা না হলে যেটা হবে যে আমি পার্সোনালি হব সাকসেসফুল, পার্সোনালি, বিকজ আই গট এ পজিশন, আই গট এ পাওয়ার, তাহলে আমি কিন্তু আই উড অ্যাডপ্ট আনফেয়ার মিনস।
ট্রু।
আমি আন্ডার টেবল, বিহাইন্ড দ্য টেবল, অ্যান্ড লেট বি ভেরি ফ্র্যাঙ্ক। তাহলে এটা যেটা আমরা সমাজে যেটা দেখি, যে আমাদের সোসাইটির যে আজকে অধপতন, অবক্ষয়, বিভিন্ন বিজনেস থেকে শুরু করে সমস্ত কিছুতে, আমার যেটা মনে হয় যে গ্রসলি ভ্যালু ড্রিভেনটা গ্রসলি মিসিং। হোয়াট ডু ইউ থিঙ্ক অ্যাবাউট ইট?
You rightly said. So, without values, people are not, countable, because আপনি উঠতে পারবেন না একটা জায়গা পর্যন্ত, বিকজ এখন সেই সময় চলে আসছে। সো গ্লোবাল কোম্পানিজ or local big group of companies, everybody's are now, you will see, having some corporate values. They are trying to educate their employees. These are 4 values we always maintain. These are 5 values we will always maintain. So without those, so a person don't follow the values, they cannot work those type of companies, because the company you are really dreaming in to work those companies, they are value driven companies,
guided by the values and principles.
So if you go there and then start working, they will start following the values, and they will try to assess you how valuable person you are. And then if you are not into them, and if you keep doing shortcuts and try to avoid those, you will not be able to successful. So that is now happening. That is started actually. Yeah. So আপনি পারবেন না, because এখন ওই সময়টা চলে আসছে somehow. আমি রিয়েলি হোপফুল যে যেভাবে এখন কর্পোরেটগুলো ড্রাইভ করছে, আপনি ওখানে আসলে যদি প্রিপেয়ার না হন, এ কমপ্লিট প্যাকেজ না হন, একটা জায়গার উপরে আপনি উঠতে পারবেন না। আপনি they will not see you as a future leader, or you cannot be successful, because to work those companies nowadays, you need complete all
package.
skill, everything within you, otherwise it is not possible.
True.
So এখন যদি আমরা কেউ ভাবি যে I have some shortcut habit, I try to find who is there, can I make a phone call and make things happen, so those days gone actually. Those in the corporate world, it is changing drastically.
Right. There are enormous opportunities. The world is now in your hands, right? You can reach anybody, you can communicate anybody, but if you have the right intention, my dear friends, one thing that really reminds that every one of us, we can be successful in our life. We can reach to the pinnacle of our success, to the position and power and authority. But what I want to remind our youngsters is that on our last year, on our last day on our last hour of our life, on the deathbed I'm talking about, if somebody has been asked how he has been lived his life, only two things matter. It's not the bank balance, it's not the position, it's not the power.
True.
It is something beyond the position, power, and authority. Because if you look from that on the deathbed, I think two things matters is how well you have lived your life and how well you have been loved by others. Well lived and well loved হওয়ার জন্য সোসাইটিতে ইম্প্যাক্ট তৈরি করতে হবে, কন্ট্রিবিউট করা লাগবে এথিক্যালি উইথ ভ্যালিউজ এন্ড প্রিন্সিপাল। ইটস নট দি আপনার কত জনপ্রিয়তা। আজকে সোসাইটির লিডারশিপের মানদণ্ড এটা হওয়া উচিত নয়। আমি মনে করি যেটা হবে প্রফাউন্ড ইম্প্যাক্ট তৈরি করা, মানুষের জীবনকে, সমাজকে পরিবর্তন করতে পারা। তাহলে আমি মনে করি জীবনের শেষ প্রান্তে গিয়ে I think we would feel, yes, I have lived my life thoroughly. Yes, I have been loved because I have been able to contribute significantly, to the community, to the industry, to the society.
Absolutely. So a purposeful life you need to lead. Otherwise, if you cannot create some positive example can be negative as well. So if you cannot do that, people will not remind you, people will not respect you. And I would say, guys, wake up, because enough opportunities are there. We really need a lot of talents in the country. So many foreigners are working. They will not live here all the life they have. So you and I need to take the lead. So where are you, right? So be ready for that. Opportunities are there, and I believe opportunity comes for prepared mind.
With preparedness,
yeah. So if you are not ready, and if you see something is in front of you and you want to grab that and you are not ready, so it's not an opportunity for you.
Thank you so much for bringing all of this.
My pleasure.
It was great, having the conversation and understanding. I have personally learned few things. Definitely, I want to give a sum up in few points. That is one of the new thing that is coming up for tomorrow. That is the cultural intelligence, understanding the cultural diversification. Because you may be stationed in Bangladesh, but you need to deal with the global personalities from across the Asia, Europe, and Africa. So next day the challenge is the cultural intelligence. This is one. It is actually beyond emotional intelligence. Yeah, you got to be emotional intelligent, but you got to be culturally intelligent as well. The second thing is you got to believe in yourself. If you do not believe in yourself, guess what? Nobody is actually going to believe in you. So the core and fundamental is you have to believe in yourself. You have to have a dream. You have to have a vision. You have to have a mission. You have to have a cause. And you have to have a purposeful life. What kind of legacy that you want to create, that you want to be remembered, because it is your life and you get once a chance, once opportunity to make your mark in this earth and planet, and how well you have been lived and how well you have been loved. These two things will be determined end of your life, and everything apart would be separated. And only ethics, integrity, and value-based leadership, value-driven personal growth, value-driven ownership, value-driven entrepreneurship, value-driven employable skill sets. I would say, if you have the values and if you have the maniacal focus and if you have a purpose in your life, your destination, nobody can stop you. And you do not need anyone's support, as you said. Only you, yourself, your ability to take you to your manzil maqsad. We wish you all the very best to succeed in your life and to lead a purposeful life, to have a successful life, and to live a life thoroughly and happily in this earth and planet. Until then, take care. Allah Hafiz.